Element's new roster can stand up to this SK Gaming powerhouse. I'm very excited to see how this one shakes out. Deficio should be a massive clash between SK
join, and she's not looking for any fight. You have a catalyst only.
There's a teleport
Sven,
coming in.
Oh, they're going in
Elements,
here.
they're the ones looking for the fight.
Nice
the play
play
backwards. They found Fox. He's going to Deathmark onto Crepo. Meanwhile, there's some Rengar action in the back of the teleport in for Freddy. Kevin is oh so low. Not nearly tanky. That's first blood picked up by and rated, but Shook is going to answer back. Safeguards away. The ball's on him as well. Reckless in some trouble. They get a pair of top.
But Shook has just been sitting back farming.
Looks like the tower's about to go down. Those minions, although Enrated is the one they're looking for. Crepo actually trying to tank the line. However, he could go down. Here's the Tibbers come
Oh,
oh, Forgiven comes up with a pick there. Svenskeren gets the hop and he gets the flash. Precisely. Svenskeren going to tank up a lot of this.
Or mid lane.
Now turns on
mid or top, they can just...
Yeah, no, they have a lot of options under their belt, and there's no response here. They really was none possible for Elements. So SK Gaming going to pick up that first dragon of the game. They're starting to look like their old selves paying the price. Trying to make something
another
happen.
kill, though.
Yeah, here we go. Going to connect the Q, goes in on Enrated, kicks him a little bit of one direction. They're going to bring him back in, however, with the Shockwave taking him down, but Crepo's the one that gets the kill. Now, however, SK looking for revenge. Here we go, Deathmark is on, Shook is popped, and Fox is looking for frog and collateral damage. Everyone from Elements bailing out, Fox trying to fight.
Yeah, right here, you don't want to fight against SK. They are so strong at this point. This is the mid game where the entire comp just spikes. Rengar, fantastic mid-game jungler, falls a bit off in the late game. Dragon is such a massive spike, and it's a thing, again, we have seen before.
Got a teleport flank
They're
here.
going in for fighting, though.
Kevin could be in some trouble. Can he grab the lantern? Yes, he can. And a whole lot of shots fired after the fact. Freddy, though, is not keen to let this one go. Froggen, he's the target, and Rated is going to be the one taking him down. Elements scattered to the winds as they try to escape from the P. He does have TP, however, but Freddy, he's on the zone. Here comes Shook. He's actually going to safeguard up. Can he possibly get the seal? Oh, no. They've got him locked up, and the Baron's going down. A teleport now for Kevin. He's going to have to cancel it.
Comp is too slow. Early game, completely misplayed. We've talked about it time and time again. But it's just allowed SK to play their style. And yes, they've lost a few games in a row, but they're still not
out. They still are looking for maybe sneaking an objective, but it's so dangerous for them to go. Here comes Svenskeren. He's getting the hop on. He gets played back. The hook in on Enrated. The box is down. They blow quite a lot, and they're just able to dodge around it. Crepo now is in some trouble. Here comes Fox. Oh, my goodness. The Tibbers lands. Reckless is down without much of a fight. Freddy looking for Kevin, forcing the flash away from.
Flank is so hard for Elements to pull off because they're just going to move down there, get one hit on the tower, then engage happens. So they have no way of spotting the Rengar first. Will work. Or you just give up the Baron anyway, maybe steal it with Shook. Wait in the bush.
Oh, they've caught and rated, but there's the Tibbers coming down. Crepo getting blown up, the teleport coming in. This is going to be too late. They pull in a couple with the Shockwave. Shook, Froggen all melting. It's a double kill going over to Freddy. 1-2-2. Kevin and Froggen trying to save the day, but I don't think they can make the difference here. That is going to be the ace for SK Gaming. Teleport now, trying to end this game.
The finish.
Oh yeah, SK.
Long death timers for Elements here.
They
SK
don't
Gaming
mess around.
Win the fight, and they're gonna go straight for the Nexus.
They've got the super minions. Elements tried to make the big play with 3 members. They were punished. They were isolated. It's still 5 seconds until Crepo's gonna come back up. Nexus tower starting to fall here. They've got to make the save, but it's only Crepo that's just respawned. Second Nexus tower is down. SK looking to end this one, just trying to zone Crepo off. There's nothing he can do. SK Gaming, 32 minutes in. I guess they got the swagger back.
For sure. I mean, SK Gaming just got to play their style. Elements in the pick and ban phase said, you like to play early game? Right, let's go full late game. And just let you control the lanes. We mentioned this a few times in the game itself, but SK here, they can be happy with this win. They got to show that 1-3-1 can still work.
You gotta wonder, going down 3 games, if they maybe had gotten inside their own heads, but that proves they can still play the game they want to, especially if it's handed to them on a silver platter like that.
Sure.
Shaking hands with the members of Elements. They don't seem too perturbed by that, but they themselves now have a little bit of questions to answer as to why they let SK have everything they wanted.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think we're going to have to hear from the players themselves what the tactic was going to be in this game here. It just definitely looked way too easy for SK to win the lanes and play the style they want to. So, not a whole lot to say in that part, except for SK. Great for him to get a win on the board, lost 3 in a row. We talked to Innerflame yesterday about what was wrong on the team. He said they've been a bit sick, which means they lost in practice. But as a team, you know, they still believe they are one of the best.
They're certainly making a statement for that one. You can see them there. Their sight smiles on the faces, members of SK Gaming, after that one. And, it was a well-deserved win. There was really nothing
Sure.
Elements could do. They credit to them to try to make some proactive plays. But that time around, it just seems like they weren't ready for what SK was going to throw at them, especially when they played their game.
The early game, we saw Elements try and make some roams, like Crepo shook together. They got in rated twice. He survived the first one with the flash. He died the next time. And they traded a 1-for-1 where they got teleport. That was a good play. But in order for your comp to survive